Right, so here we go, 4:30 in the morning, Bristol's Cambridge, and doing a camera survey, and then back again in one day.
If you like this video, give a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe at the end.
Right, so we've just got to site. This is a new build restaurant. They've just stripped it out. So this is our first mantle that we're going to be surveying. Now the first thing we've got to do is get a depth of the pipe. Now I've pushed the camera down the line and I've got to this mantle. It's absolutely full of silt, so I'm going to go outside and see if I can work out where that one is. So I've gone out in the car park and I found this mantle. It looks like it hasn't been lifted for some time. Now whilst we're still in the internal manhole, we're going to camera this branch, which I would have thought is going to go to this cap here. So once again, we'll get depth for that one for the survey, just so the builders know any levels that they need to connect in on. And yeah, it just makes it nice and easy for them. Right, so we've typed out all the details on the screen, that all that go into the report for the customer, and we're going to push the camera through the line and see what's going on. There's a little bit of like a build up in the bottom of the pipe. We're going to leave all the jet until the end, so the builders have done all their work. So when the restaurant opens, it's nice and clear. So we've got to the end of this line and we've got what looks like a gully, which is a little bit odd because we've got this rod and ice sticking up through the floor. So we're going to take the cap off and see what's underneath it, because yeah, there's something a bit odd about this one. So yeah, as I suspected, you can't really make it out, but they've got a gully under this. We're now outside. This cover clearly, again, hasn't been up for very long, and they've painted over the keyholes. So yeah, we're going to have to try and clean them out before we can lift it. So this is going to be a job for a hammer and an old snapped screwdriver. Right, now we just need to get our pry bar in there and give it a good tap to try and fry it up. Right, so hopefully it should come up nice and easy now. And this is what we've got underneath. Right, so it's always good when surveying to keep the lens and the light on the front of the camera nice and clear, so when the customer gets the report, they can see what's going on clearly. Now we're just going to put the plastic skids back on the camera. This lifts it up out the bottom of the pipe and kind of centralises it a bit. It also keeps it up out the dirt at the bottom. So when I'm surveying, I always keep a length of 4-inch pipe in the van. It's just handy to use it as a guide, makes it easier to push the camera, and yeah, just generally makes it easier. So this is how our pipe sits in the manhole. It just stops the cable like coiling up in the chamber. Right, sorry about the glare on the camera lens, but just so you can see what I'm doing when I'm surveying. So there's a little bit of a water level at the start of the pipe, so I'm just going to code that. I'm going to say it's about 5%. As you can see the water bouncing about in the bottom of the pipe. Now I'm just going to code it there 10% water level because the water level is a bit higher than it was right at the start. Again, sorry for the glare on the camera, but I don't know if you can just make it out there. There's a displaced joint. You can kind of see the camera jumping up over it, so we're going to code that one as medium because it's not the worst displaced joint in the world, but it may be somewhere that something could catch on and cause a blockage in the future. So at this point we're going to jump forward because, to be honest with you, not a lot's happening until we get up to this point. Now, I don't know if you can make it out, but on the left hand side there's like a bit of a white build up on the pipe. Nothing major, but we're going to code it anyway. It's like a bit of limescale or grease or something, only about 5%, but we've got to mention it. Unfortunately, because of the glare on the camera, you probably can't see it, but there's also a crack at about 9 o'clock on the pipe. So we've coded that as well. Right, so we've jumped forward a bit more. You can probably see this one a bit more clearly, but there's a build up of scale again on the right hand side of the pipe, which is not causing issues at the moment, but if that keeps building up again, it could cause another blockage. It's on a clock face, it's about 2, and then it goes all the way around to 10 on the other side. So that's that coded. We're going to carry on. And then this is the downstream manhole. So this is where we're going to stop surveying this line. It's a good place to finish, so we'll stop there. So all that's left to do now before we click stop on the recording is name the manhole. In this case, I'm going to call it FMH4, which is foul manhole 4. And yeah, click stop, and we're done. So our manhole that the camera is currently sat in is the one I just pointed to between the camera and the van. So now we've just got to go to our drawing and draw that line in. This drawing will then get tidied up in the office and look a lot neater before it gets sent out to the customer. But just so my survey makes sense, it's just easier just to do it as you go. Right, just got to put the manhole back down. And that's us all done. Obviously I haven't filmed everything because there'd be hours and hours worth of footage. It's about 1:30. I've just been to Greg's, so I can have something to eat, get back to Bristol. Looking at the times to get back, it said about 4 hours. It actually took me about 5 hours to get back. Traffic was a nightmare on a Friday. I don't recommend it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and please leave a comment. Thank you.